Warning, the following video is going to contain video clips that was filmed on a TV for gameplay videos utilizing an iPhone camera. Yes, I do not own a capture card. Yes, does that make me a noob? Maybe. So if you wouldn't mind to keep all your dislikes and your goofy ass comments and have a capture card to yourself, I'd really appreciate it. This video is for you to just enjoy my outtake and intake of Ghost of Tsushima, which was an amazing title. And this is also going to be a very biased review because I have always been a huge fan of animes like Inuyasha and Rurouni Kenshin. So without further ado, enjoy the video. What's up, people? Marjack79 here. We are back again today with another video game / discussion, review, overview, just talking. I just want to talk. Ghost of Tsushima. This is easily the best game that I've played so far this year. I mean, I thought, after I played The Last of Us 2, that, this was going to be a no-brainer for it to be Game of the Year, but I was wrong. Ghost of Tsushima is something, every blue moon we just get special games, man, and 2020 has been no, stranger to giving us some amazing games from, like I said, The Last of Us 2 to Final Fantasy 7, the remake. We still have Cyberpunk to look forward to as well. But, I'm extremely confident that Ghost of Tsushima is going to take the Game of the Year title by year's end. So like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, this is going to be a very biased stance, as I have always been very infatuated with Japanese culture, samurais, katanas, short swords, shields in general, ever since I was a child. From being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan to Power Rangers to Dragon Ball Z, I've always held a love for Japanese culture. So, this game was a dream come true for me. What's funny is I was definitely one of those Assassin's Creed fans that was just basically begging Ubisoft to take that franchise into feudal Japan to give us a historic, artistic, true to life, like open world samurai experience. And apparently the developer Sucker Punch was listening as well. They were like, we'll do it. So, and what they've been able to come up with, man, it ended up being one of my favorite games of the entire generation. I think it's only like 2 of the games that I played on PlayStation 4 that I would put above this, with that being probably God of War and Spider-Man. I mean, this is definitely right up there with the ranks of those 2 games. Red Dead Redemption 2, The Last of Us 2, Uncharted 4, Persona 5, Final Fantasy 7, Metal Gear Solid. This is some of the best games that we've seen this generation. And I don't even know where to start, man. I don't even know where to start. I think the first thing that catches your eye is just the atmosphere from just getting on your horse and riding through the lush, beautiful fields filled with red roses, or just the greenery of the grass, or the purple flowers, or the fields, as you're seeing on screen right now, just the fields that are filled with such the lush scenery of this game. It just sets it apart. I mean, it's insane, especially coming right off of playing The Last of Us 2 from an apocalyptic, everything is destroyed gameplay, which is beautiful in its own right too, but coming to this where basically every backdrop looks like a painting. Oh my god, man, like it was definitely numerous times within the experience where I just found myself just riding around, not even going anywhere particular, not even setting my map marker to somewhere specific, just riding around the lush fields, just going to like the top of a cliff just to look over the backdrop, and just it was numerous. I feel like it's hundreds of spots in this game where like you stand on top of a cliff and it looks like a painting that you can go and buy in the store. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And that takes us to, let's talk about combat. So the combat really feels like a Batman Arkham Asylum or a Spider-Man-esque gameplay combat style. It gives you 4 different sort of mechanics and stances and styles that you play around with, and then it gives you like numerous short little knives, the kuntas that you can throw at people, bombs, bow and arrow, so the range attacks. And then of course you have your stealthy approaches too. So I think I actually saw a few reviews where a lot of people were criticizing the stealth approaches. I didn't have any kind of a problem with it throughout my gameplay sessions. I thought it was great. So, and then like another cool part is that they have these little sequences called standoffs, what you're seeing right here. So you just gotta wait it out and try to take out your opponents by letting go of the button at just the right time. I love that. I love those little sections there. But just it's definitely not just like a hack and slash where you can just go and just hack away at people and then you'll just defeat them. It's more of definitely a wait on them to attack and then counter and attack after that. I think it's so, like I said, definitely a more of a Spider-Man, Batman-esque combat style. Really intuitive. It makes you think. I'm saying you just can't go and just defeat everything just super easily. You'll get killed quick if you try to run in and do that, especially in the early stages of the game and when you don't have the wonderful armors that the game provides. So definitely a challenging combat system that makes you think. I'm sure it's not on the level of like a Sekiro, that Demon Souls-esque samurai game that some of y'all love, but that's never been my type of game. I don't like games that give me cruel and unusual punishment. I like to enjoy my games. Okay. So we talked about atmosphere, scenery, and combat, both awesome, perfection. Now let's talk about the story, man. Story, just your classic. If you were ever into those old school Japanese tales and movies from like the 70s or whatnot, you'll be right at home. From the voice acting to, I feel like every character had like a true reason to be a part of Jin's story. Jin specifically, not my favorite personality when it comes to my heroes. I like my heroes to be a little bit more, have a little bit more personality. So if I did have any kind of a critique, I would have liked him to have a little bit more, but I think that's the point though. I also think samurais are supposed to have that much personality. I think that's a part of their training. But definitely his supporting cast is one of the best I've seen this generation, man. And then of course, like each supporting cast character has their own like set story aside from Jin's that you can go and help them complete as well. And some of those tales is what the side missions and the missions are called. They're called tales. And they rival some of even the main story, I think. Oh man, it was so good. And I think a game like this is made or destroyed by its side missions, because of course you have your main missions, but I feel like that would only equate to about 10 to 12 hours of gameplay. I probably got at least like 45 to 50 hours of gameplay out of this. That was mainly because the side tales were so good. I feel like you would be doing yourself a disservice by not going and finishing the 60 plus side tale missions as well. It's just as much a part of the game as the main missions, so definitely recommend that. Now, of course, this game also has like your collectibles and your fetch quests, and go and collect this amount of stuff and whatnot. It's got its own like hunting system that you can like go in and hunt bears and boars to craft bigger quivers and like bomb holders for your accessories and stuff. So that's a cool aspect. Definitely not the best animal hunting system I've ever seen. I think that will always be a Red Dead Redemption 2 type, but it's nice that they implemented it. It's not bad, but it's definitely not gonna make or break the game either. Yeah, man, all in all, it's just such an amazing experience, man. Like I say, I'm definitely still feel pretty biased about my opinion because I've just always been infatuated with the Japanese culture. So I knew going in that I was gonna most likely love this experience, but what they gave us, I mean, it's just shockingly how good it was. But I've always been a fan of this game company too. Like, I loved the Infamous franchise. I was never really a Sly Cooper fan, but definitely Infamous. You know, I played all of those games, so I knew going in that I was going to be most likely be a fan of this game, and they definitely proved me correct. So, you know, go out and play this game, man. You know, if this is the swan song to the PlayStation 4, man, what a way to go out. I mean, personally, I still have a few games that I need to play, but I mean, if you play this full experience and get like 45 to 50 hours out of it and do the main story and the tales and just let yourself enjoy the experience, I have no doubt that this will at least be within everybody's top 10 PlayStation 4 experiences for sure. Sorry, Xbox. Yeah. Xbox loses again. Sorry, man, I just had to throw that in there. So funny to me. Did anybody catch that Halo trailer? Good God Almighty! This game looks better than that Halo on the Xbox Series X one box thing, whatever. I'm sorry, man. I cannot help myself. Alright, I think that's going to do it, man. So, as always, if you like the video, if you're a fan of Ghost of Tsushima, if you would love to see that Ghost of Tsushima 2, let's give this video a like. You can follow me at youtube.com/MarkJackson79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys later. Bye.